Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Adam from Spiritus Systems, and today we're going to talk about the 34 Alpha split chest rig. So right now I'm wearing one. It's a split chest rig, and it is something new that we're bringing to the market, and we're not the first person, or the first company to ever make a split chest rig, but we've kind of reimagined it with, some modern materials. But let's talk about like the why before we get into the nitty gritty and show you all the details and show you all the stuff. Let's talk about the why split chest rig. So if we look at equipment from the perspective of like a spectrum, right? We have all the way down to, honestly, you just stuffing a mag into your pants, all the way up to you're wearing a full assault gear, either in like a plate carrier form or like an LBE type form. And then we have stuff in between. That in between is actually where most operations exist, especially modern operations. We exist somewhere in between, and we're learning that the belt kit of your great grandfather and the micro rig of the guy contracting today are kind of the extremes of the spectrum. And in between, we have things like split rigs, and we have slick plate carriers or really trim plate carriers, and that in between is what we're going to talk about kind of today. Why a split rig? That's what we've already gotten a million questions of why. I already have a micro fight and a thing two, or I already have an LBE, or I already have a plate carrier, and those are all great great talking points for us to bring up. Why would we bring this to market after we already have like a ton of load carriage solutions? Well, the truth is that it just fills a different role in that spectrum. The first point I'll bring up is the fact that it is actually two pieces, right? I have two pieces that I can open from the front. And why is this important? Well, it's important for a couple of reasons. It's important for any kind of prone work. So if you're getting into the prone, if you're a sniper especially, I'm really looking at the reconnaissance guys with this, to be honest. If you're in the reconnaissance section, you're going to be in the prone a lot, and you're going to be uncomfortable if you're wearing a Rhodesian style chest rig, because you're going to be laying on top of all your kit all the time. So really the ability to just unclip this and just open it up and just go prone is super clutch, honestly, if you're in that line of work. The other reason I like to open it up is if you're in any kind of tropical or subtropical or anywhere hot, you're in the desert, you're doing long movements, you can just open this guy up and just let air flow in and just let body heat dump out of the front of your rig. So it really is a comfortable rig just wearing it on the shoulders like that. And then you just buckle it up when you need to, if you're moving, or if you're actually on an assault, you just tighten everything up and you're good to go. So that's kind of the why from a ergonomic standpoint. But when we start talking about load carriage, where does it really fit in? Well, it is midline between a micro rig, something really small, and an LBE, something really big, right? You can carry more than a micro rig, but you're going to carry less than an LBE because you're missing that lower back portion. You're basically eliminating a butt pack and maybe some Nalgene bottles and stuff like that. The other place that this fits really well into is ruck marching or pack wearing in general. If you're going to wear a ruck, if you're in the light infantry, this rig's for you. It carries your fighting load up front, and then you have an open back. There's just nothing on the back, right? So you don't need to worry about your LBE pack, competing for space with your rucksack. And you kind of have this fight where you're pushing down on your LBE with 100 pounds of gear in your rucksack. So it works really well there. So highly recommend it if you're wearing any kind of pack. This is going to be a great option for that. Anywhere where you are going to flex between body armor and no body armor, but you don't want to have to remove all your magazines and take your radio out and put it on some other rig, put it on a Rhodesian rig or anything like that. That's where this really excels as well, because when you wear a Rhodesian, you already have your body armor on. You have to put it over the top of the body armor. A lot of times you'll have like an X harness. That X harness is not going to fit well between your body armor and not wearing it. It's going to actually ride up on your neck. So with this kind of H harness that we have, you put it on like a normal vest, and you're going to just wear it over your vest. You just loosen the straps in the front some, and now it's going to fit body armor, and then you just tighten it up when you're not wearing body armor, so you can just transition back and forth very easily. That's where this chest rig also fits in really well. So when we start talking about the actual rig itself and how it comes to you, there's just a little admin note here that I wanted to point out. This is what ships to you, are the 2 panels, and you'll get some bungee retainers as well, but the rig itself is just these 2 parts. So if you're buying this new off our website, you've never owned a Spiritus rig of any sort, you need this piece, you need the split rig, and then you need a fat strap and you need a back strap. So those are the 3 components you need to wear this on your body. And then obviously you need to purchase pouches to put on it as well. So going through the rig real quick, this is the split rig. We're gonna just unbuckle the front here so I can just grab one of the panels. So this is what it looks like. This is one of the panels. It has MOLLE on the front. There's 6 columns of MOLLE as well as 6 MOLLE slits on each column. So you can see there's, it's a 6x6. That gives you an idea for pouch height. It's gonna work really well with like your standard magazine pouch height pouches, just so you're tracking on that. It works really well with like having a mag pouch here, which you can see on mine. I have a mag pouch right on the inside, and then having some kind of 4 column MOLLE like general purpose pouch. Our medium GP works really well here. So it works really well in that configuration, but of course it's MOLLE, so you can configure it however you want to configure it. At the top we have these holes drilled into the laminate material, and that's really like the Microfight Mark V chassis. It's the same concept. It's so that we can use bungee retainers. You can either use them on the front, where it's coming off of, say you have a mag pouch with an open top, you can secure a bungee there if you want to put a little more security on your mag, or you can use it on the back side, which we'll flip this around and you can see why there's some mag storage on the back as well. We put all plastic hardware on this because we wanted it to be field repairable. Sometimes we use metal on certain things that absolutely need the strength of metal, but for this, we wanted this to be field repairable. And so plastic buckles work the best for that. This is UV stabilized plastic like all of our products, so you're never gonna really have a problem with these things unless you smash one, like in a car door or something. Maybe then it would break and you would have to just repair it, but it's easy to repair them, so you would be able to do that. There's 4 female buckles and then 1 male buckle, just for reference. On the back side, we have elastic cells. And these elastic cells are sized for different magazine types. We tested a ton of different configurations, and just based off user feedback, this is where we landed. We have a pistol size cell on the front. This one is closed at the bottom, so nothing's gonna fall out of this. So if you have small items, map markers, your Leatherman, pens, pencils, pistol mags, whatever, they're gonna slide right in there, and they're not gonna fall out the bottom. The next cell in is a 5.56 cell. So this will take a STANAG 5.56 mag or anything else of that size. It does have an expander loop on the bottom. So this is gonna allow the pouch to balloon out and fit that mag really well. So things will fall out the bottom if they're very small and they're not clipped at the top. This one is a STANAG 7.62 mag size, so you can fit that in there. So no matter what weapon system you're carrying, you have the ability to put some mags on the inside, and of course, the smaller mag will always fit in the pouch, the other 2 pouches. So you could technically put more pistol mags in than you could 7.62. You're really only gonna get 1 7.62, but you could get 2 5.56, or you could get 3, submachine gun magazines, whatever, into this rig on the backside. So having the ability to carry stuff on the inside really opens you up to a lot of options to have a full combat, fighting load on this. So another thing I wanted to highlight when we're going through the features here is actually on the bottom of the rig itself. You can see that there's this little tab here, and essentially you can open this up and you have a full hook and loop field on the inside that you can place anything you really want in there. You can use our hook if you want to carry, if you want to like cook some chem lights on the bottom or gloves or something, you can put them on both sides. to attach there, or you could even put like a sack pouch in here. It is fitted for a sack. We do have some other products that are probably going to be releasing later on that will use this specifically for the split rig. But if you did need a little bit more expansion space, you could put some pouches that hang there, as well as any other brand's products that use kind of a Velcro attachment method. You can just put them inside there. One of the things that we touched on a little bit was the adjustability in the front. And you can see we just have a fully adjustable male buckles on here so that you can absolutely just tighten this guy up really tight if you need it to be tight, and you can really let it out if you need it to be nice and loose. Let's say you're putting it over body armor, you can really loosen it up. You can also open this up very easily to get access to all of these. So if you do have mat markers or something, you can really open it up fast, get to it, just clip it back up and secure it very quickly. So you can see on my rig here, you can see kind of how I just have it set up. And this is just one configuration. There's a lot of other configurations that you can do. I have 2 spud pouches on the front, and I put in these ridiculously large 25 round magazines, Lancer mags, just so you can see kind of the spud pouch. I really think works well. It complements the system well because the spud pouch can accommodate pretty much any type of magazine. So looking at you again, snipers, if you have different sniper weapon systems that you need to constantly be switching between carbines and sniper weapon systems, this is going to work really well for that. And then I'll just kind of turn. You can see just how it looks. That's a medium GP on the side, so that, you know, I would keep my night vision in that pouch. And then on this side is another pouch that, you know, I probably shouldn't even show you guys, but whatever. It's a pouch that we're coming out with later. It's specifically for carrying radios, you know, 500 milliliter Nalgene bottles, plus having a GP pouch on there as well. And then on the back side, you can just kind of see there's nothing there. So again, for pack wearing, things like that, this is going to be that's going to be kind of the key to this this system. There's nothing on the back side, so you're not going to have anything really bothering you back there. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the split rig, kind of just detailed out for you, kind of the use case and all of that. We know you guys are going to love this rig, and we're excited to bring it to market. Let us know what you think in the comments. We really read all the comments. We love to get user feedback. You'd be surprised at how much your comment might make a difference in our R&D lab if you just take the time to leave one. So we will see you next time with the next product release. I appreciate your guys' time.